We're going to try to repair some of these cracks that we're having on our hull. I went to West Marine and bought these things, and that's worked on some of the other scratches, so we're going to try these. From what I've read, you need to use one of these gouging tools. So back in the days when I thought I was a wood carver, I bought some of the various tools for that. After finding out I'm carving mostly my fingers instead of the wood, I gave up that hobby. But this does come in handy for what we're going to do today. And that is, we just run this along the edge of the crack there to try to make it more of a V. It's pretty straightforward if this is correct. Now, as in all of our videos though, this is an amateur working on something he's never done before. So if I screw this up, then you know how not to do it. I'm going to make that nice and V'd out. This isn't as easy as it may look. I don't know if it looks easy, it's not. We'll try a different size here. It seems to go a little better. This is a double-bladed gouge, of course, so if I happen to not get one side with the line in it, I can just tip it a little bit and get the other. I'm sure someplace in the world there's a specific tool made for this purpose, but I'm using what I have. A fine tradition in sailing, using what you have. And then we're going to clean it up with, they recommend acetone. Of course, I have no idea how much of this stuff you're supposed to use or what it's supposed to look like when it's cleaned up. But, theoretically, you're cleaning this out to give a better bite to the product. And I am getting all kinds of crap on that on my towel. So, all right, so we'll let that dry a little bit and see if we can go on to the next step. I'm putting out a bubble and I'm kind of dragging the bubble along. Something I learned as an artist. You do that quite a bit with painting. Create the supply and then you pull it along. Or at least try to. Sometimes it works better than others. In this case, the tube is somewhat following the crack. Not the best, but that bubble on the end of the tube is what I'm trying to drag along the crack and allow that to go in. I'm trying not to touch the surface with various degrees of success. Well, it kind of looks like a dead spider, but if it does work, we'll be in good shape. I'm going to let that dry thoroughly, and that might be a number of hours. I don't know. I'm going to have it completely set up. You can see this. The caulking is actually standing proud. I don't know if I need to really sand that. I have a very sharp X-Acto knife. I'm going to try to just cut that off, and we'll see if that works. If it does, it's going to save a whole lot of sanding. Yeah, it looks like that might work. Look at that. Look at that. There's a little bit of sanding to do there, but that's about as close to perfect as I've ever gotten anything. Okay, now some of that's not quite dry yet, so the bigger stuff we're just going to have to wait. But that is not bad. A little bit of fill maybe in there, but yeah, see, that stuff's still too wet. Yeah. Trying to get the sun right on here. That is working super. Look at that. Now you can see there's still a bit of a valley in here, but that's an immense improvement over what it was. And this, I think, if I just touch it with a little bit of sandpaper, maybe later on, maybe rub in a little bit of compound in there, but it's not that offensive to me anyway. Now it's going to be a lot harder to do that on these curved, raised areas here, but then that's not quite dry yet. Takes a while for this thicker stuff to set up. The thinner parts of it are already good, but
Well, I think this is about as far as I want to take the project for now. I'll come back later and do the finished touch-ups. Was the project worth it? Oh yes. Is it better than it was before? Absolutely. The discovery that excess Gelcoat patch can be cut off with a knife is important. Not only does it save time, but it protects your existing Gelcoat. I think I'll go to lunch now with a friend. You're welcome to come along if you wish, but I'm not sure you'll like the fare.